Hi students, so in this lesson we're going to talk about metric unit conversions, and then we'll revisit the idea of the elements, the chemical compounds that we did, and we'll talk about the percent, the weight combination by percent this time. So most of you guys should know the metric system somewhat. But the meter is the basic unit length of the metric system. And a meter is just a little longer than a yard. And there are 100 centimeters in a meter, 1,000 meters in a kilometer, which is a little bit more than a half a mile. And so from these relationships, we get these unit multipliers that can be used to convert. So one of the ones that they give us is that there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter, okay? You can also think of that as 1 meter is 100 centimeters, recall that, so it just depends on how you want to write that. And then they also wanted you to note that we have 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer, and then again that can be written as 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters, okay? So we're going to use, in this example, we're going to use the unit multipliers. We're going to convert 7,560 centimeters to kilometers. Okay, they want to do that. And so we're going to go from centimeters to meters to kilometers. And so you've probably learned that you can just move the decimal backward or forward to do these, but we're just using unit multipliers in here to convert. And so that's what we're going to do here. So the first thing we're going to do is 7,560 centimeters. And we're going to multiply that. Again, we want to try to get rid of centimeters. And so what we can do is say, use this fact here, that there are 100 centimeters in a meter, and then you just have to think of how we want to go ahead and eliminate the centimeters. We need to put it on the bottom, so we're going to say 100 centimeters on the bottom, and we're going to say 1 meter on the top. And when we do that, the centimeters end up canceling, which is good. That's what we want. And then the final step, we've only gotten to meters. We haven't gotten to kilometers yet. So what we need to do is multiply by one more unit multiplier. And again, that one's this one here. And so to get to kilometers, we need to get rid of meters. So that means if meters is on the top, we need to put meters on the bottom here. So that's 1,000 meters. And then on the top is what we want. That's kilometers. Meters end up canceling, and then we end up getting 7,560 over 100 times 1,000, and then again we have kilometers. And another way to write that, if you actually use your calculator, is 0.0756 kilometers. So you could just move it back 5 decimal places. If you think about it from here, notice we had 5 zeros here. You could just move it back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just add the 0. But this is just demonstrating how to use the unit multipliers. Another thing that we can do is we can convert the English units of length to metric units of length. And so we only need one fact for that. And so we can say that there are approximately 2.54 centimeters in 1 inch. Or again, 1 inch and then 2.54 centimeters. So either one is fine. And so what they want you to do in this next example is they want you to use unit multipliers to convert 32 yards to meters. So 32 yards, and we want to go to meters, okay? So what we need to do is think, okay, first of all, I know yards are related to feet, and I know feet can relate to inches. And then there I can see, oh yeah, inches can relate to centimeters. So, and then from that point we can go on to meters. But you have to just kind of think about the logical steps to get there. So if we have 32 yards, we have to think, okay, what do we know about feet and yards? There are 3 feet in 1 yard. So again, because we want to cancel out the yards, we're going to put the yards on the bottom. We're going to say, we're going to put the yard on the bottom. We're going to say 1 yard and then 3 feet. So that way the yards cancel. And then from there, now we have feet. Now we're going to go to inches. So what we want to do again is get the feet on the bottom. So 1 foot, 12 inches. So we're going to put 12 inches on the top. So now we're to inches. And from this point, we need this fact that we wrote up here to convert over to the metric system, so to centimeters. So now we can say, okay, we know that there are 2.54 centimeters in 1 inch. And again, we have to think, okay, I think we want this fact right because we want inches to cancel. Inches is on the top right now. We need inches on the bottom. So let's use this fact. 2.54 centimeters in 1 inch. That way inches will cancel. Okay, so we got feet canceling here. We got inches canceling here. And then the very last step is that we want to convert to meters. And just recall, back up here, we had these facts that there were 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So let's use that. Okay, so we need centimeters to cancel. So we need to say 100 centimeters. We need the centimeters on the bottom. And we need 1 meter on the top. And from this point, we can figure out our final answer. So we have 32 times 3 times 12 times 2.54. And I think in your book, sometimes they like to leave these. They like to go ahead and leave these alone instead of actually figuring it out sometimes. Times 1, all over, and then this is just 1 times 1 times 1 times 100. So this is all over 100. And again, we have meters now. Okay? And yeah, that's how they left it. And so there are 2 more examples that you can look at in your book, examples 2 and 4. And on the next video, we're going to talk about the weight combination by percent using the compounds. So I'll see you in part 2.